Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my second YouTube video I'm going to upload here. So today I'm going to discuss about network management dumbbell architecture. What do you mean by dumbbell architecture? So dumbbell architecture is nothing but it is a network topology which is commonly used in network management. So it is the variation of the basic two-tier client server architecture where two switches or routers are connected by a high speed backbone and all the clients are connected to one of the switches or a routers. So here client server architecture, in that two-tier client server architecture will also be there. So in the diagram I will explain what is the two-tier client server architecture. So in this dumbbell architecture there is one switch or a router, so which is designated as the core and the other as the distribution layer. So what happens is this core switch or a router, it is having a responsible for routing a traffic between the distribution layer switches or a routers. So while the distribution layer switches or a routers are responsible for connecting this end user devices. So here end user devices are nothing but desktop computers, servers or laptops. So this dumbbell architecture is so popular in the network management. So this network management is having many kinds of the architecture for the data transmission. And this is so popular, that means this dumbbell architecture, okay, so which provides a high availability and the redundancy. That means if one of the distribution layer, that is a switches or a routers, will fails, the other switch or a router can continue to function and provide the connectivity to the end user devices. And also the high speed backbone between the core switches or a routers provides a fast and reliable means of the transmitting data between the distribution layer, that is a switches or the routers. That means what? This tumble architecture is a two-tier client server architecture. So here in this client or a server, these network components are switches or the routers. So exactly this dumbbell architecture will uh, provides a high availability and redundancy of the data, and also is having the responsible of routing the traffic between the sender as well as the receiver, or client as well as the server. Okay, and using this dumbbell architecture there is an advantage. Why? Because of scalability. So as the number of the end user devices in a network which grows, additional distribution layer, that is the routers or the switches, which can be added to the network without affecting the performance of the core switches or a routers. So here you can see the network management dumbbell architecture. So in some of the textbook I referred this diagram. Okay, so there is a vendor A as well as the vendor B. So as I said that distribution layer, so that is the switches or the routers. So here just I have considered as a vendors A as well as a B. So in this there is a network agent as well as a network objects. So first of all you should know what do you mean by the network objects. So this network objects, it can be laptops, computers, that is the desktop computers, or the any kind of the servers. So there is a messages transferring from vendor A to the vendor B, and here you require some kind of the quality of services as well as the protocols from vendor A to the vendor B. So here in this protocols, we are going to use two kinds of the protocols. One is CMIP as well as SNMP. So simple network management protocol and common management information protocol. So these are the two kinds of the major protocols we are going to use in the network management system for a data transmission. Okay. Here for the services, some kind of the objects which required a service from vendor B. Let us say SNMP is a protocol we are going to use for the conversation, that is a messages. Okay. So here for the transport protocols, there are four layers of the OSI model. Okay. So the four layers, the first four layers will be what? It will be a physical layer, data link layer. Okay. Then a network layer as well as the transportation layer. So which can be taken. And apart from this, another the first layers of the what is that first two layers of the OSL model can be taken. And here the application services. That means these services are the management related applications such as a fault and a configuration management. These can be done. Through the protocols, either SNMP or CMIP, we can provide the services from vendor A to the vendor B. Okay, so this is about the network management dumbbell architecture. Thank you.